Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video here on iStarly TV. Today we've got the Typhlosion raids going on in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, going on this weekend until Sunday, and they have already started, so you can do them now as you can see. And if you miss them this weekend, they will be back next weekend for another round. You can only catch one Typhlosion, of course. So yeah, I'm doing things a little bit differently this time. I'm just actually gonna first start by showing Typhlosion. So obviously I just caught it, and I did catch it on my first try, so we're gonna talk about the Pokemon that I used and the best Pokemon to do it for, or to do it with, and you'll probably see in my party which Pokemon that is. I caught it in a Dream Ball because this is the first opportunity, I believe, that we've ever had to get Typhlosion in a Dream Ball, so I thought that was kind of cool. And as you can see, it does have the mightiest mark right here. So yeah, level 100, it's a mild nature. And importantly, this is the moveset that Typhlosion has. Eruption, Shadow Ball, Play Rough, and Earthquake. A little surprising if I'm gonna be honest. It does also use Sunny Day as well. So I'm surprised it doesn't have access to like Solar Beam or even Focus Blast. But yeah, I was definitely surprised about Play Rough. I guess the big reason for that is because they figured a lot of people would bring Dark types to the raid, so they wanted a move that could hit Dark types super effectively. But again, we're going to talk about the Pokemon that's the best to counter this. But look at this Typhlosion, he's sleeping now. I guess that's kind of cute. I never thought of Typhlosion as a cute Pokemon, and here he is. So with that being said, let's talk about the Pokemon, and of course that Pokemon is Talonflame. So Talonflame, no, I'm just kidding, Talonflame's terrible. The Pokemon is Annihilate. So Annihilate with the Tera Ghost type. I did this in one try, and I'm gonna post the video here of my very first attempt of catching Typhlosion, sorry. After this, I'm gonna show the walkthrough of the raid. But basically, I'm running max attack and max special defense because now the thing is, Typhlosion has two moves that can hit me super effectively, but the move that it was using the most was actually Shadow Ball. It did not use Play Rough against me once, even though it is super effective. So it did use Shadow Ball a lot. So of course, if you're running Annihilate, you're gonna want to expect that. And of course I am level 100, and that's why I'm running max special defense, because so I can take those Shadow Balls pretty well. I would say there's probably a little bit of luck involved, but really all you need to do, honestly, is just spam Rage Fist. Literally just click Rage Fist over and over and over, and then eventually when you're able to Terrasilize, you Terrasilize, and then this is a pretty easy raid with that in mind. What I did, I actually used Screech on the first turn, and the Typhlosion actually dealt more than half of my health, but then I survived the next hit, and then because of the Shell Bell, which I think is the best item to use, I was able to recover most of my health. And then basically at that point, Rage Fist does more and more damage every time Typhlosion attacks you, and because of the Shell Bell healing you every time you hit it, you know, you kind of don't have to worry about getting knocked out. And so once again, I do think max special defense is probably your best bet. If you really want to be extra safe and you're afraid of getting knocked out, you could probably even go max HP and max special defense with like a careful nature, and your attack stat almost doesn't exactly matter, because if you're just clicking Rage Fist over and over and over again, eventually you will knock out the Tyranitar. I'm sorry, I keep calling it Tyranitar. Eventually you will knock out the Typhlosion. So feel free to experiment with the EVs here and there, but this is what worked for me. And like I said, this worked for me on my first try. Also keep in mind when you might get knocked out, because it is possible to get knocked out, and I would say probably inevitable at some point. So try not to Terrasilize if there's a chance that you might get knocked out. So if you're low on health, and this is what happened to me as you'll see when I show the replay, I got really low on health and I had the option to Terrasilize, but I ended up letting the Typhlosion knock me out. And then once I sent out my Annihilate again, then I was at full health, then I could Terrasilize, and then the battle was basically super easy from that point onward. I basically knocked it out pretty quickly after that. So I would say this raid event was pretty easy, you know, probably one of the easier ones so far. I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like these are getting easier and easier. But Annihilate is a great Pokemon to use here, even though Typhlosion has Shadow Ball. Beyond that, you know, feel free to let me know in the comments if you've used other Pokemon for this raid that have worked for you. You know, unfortunately, because Typhlosion has Play Rough, you don't want to use Pokemon like Hydreigon or Roaring Moon because it's 4 times super effective against them. And unfortunately, it does also have Earthquake, so you probably don't want to use Houndoom. Annihilate was just really easy for me, really good, but I have heard a few other people trying things out that have worked really well for them, so let me know in the comments what has been working for you. And again, the strategy there is you could just literally click Rage Fist over and over and over again, and you're probably fine. If you want, you can click Screech and then Rage Fist, which is what I did, but I felt like I should have just clicked Rage Fist from the beginning and it would have just been fine. So literally the rest of the moves don't matter. You could run Bulk Up if you want, but I don't think you really, that just kind of slows you down. I don't think you really need to do that. So Rage Fist is just kind of the way to go over and over, and you can definitely max out the PP. I didn't max out the PP, but it was still fine. I still beat it really easily. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I'm just gonna put the video, or I'm sorry, yeah, well, I recorded it already. Like as I was doing the raid, I recorded it. So I'm just gonna put the clip of that. I'll probably speed it up a little bit, but you can just kind of see how easy the raid was for me and just kind of my strategy from there. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. And like I said, also let me know in the comments if you use something different for this raid that worked for you. But if you don't know what to use and you're looking for a good Pokemon, just pick up an Annihilate, give it the Tera Ghost type, and it'll be easy for you. So good luck and enjoy your Typhlosion.